News 4 New York, now streaming free 24/7 on Pluto TV.
Right now at 6, a major shakeup at City Hall. The mayor's top lawyer out. What this means for ongoing investigations into the Adams administration. But first, we are following two major breaking stories happening right now. First, shots fired at Donald Trump's golf course while the former president was playing. The reaction pouring in tonight and new details on the suspect just into our newsroom. But we're going to begin tonight at 6 with breaking news closer to home. Thank you for joining us. I'm Rana Novini. Bullets flying this afternoon in a Brooklyn subway station. Details are slowly coming in, but we do know that the shooting involved police officers, that one of those officers was shot and is expected to be okay, and there are other injuries. This happened around 3 o'clock this afternoon at the Sutter Avenue station in Brownsville. Our Gabby Acevedo joins us now live from the scene with what we know so far. Gabby.
Right now, there is still a large police presence here behind me as investigators are still trying to sort out what led to this shooting, which happened in transit on the L line. As you mentioned, after 3 p.m., law enforcement sources tell News 4 that one person is critically injured and that a police officer was rushed to the hospital with a gunshot wound. That officer expected to survive. Now, video shows the early stages of this investigation after NYPD officers responded to the Sutter Avenue subway station, where apparently someone was acting out, causing a disturbance. At one point, it appears there was an altercation. Some people were injured, although it is yet unclear who was struck by gunshots. We're told that a police officer, as Rana mentioned, who was hit, suffered some injuries and is recovering at Brookdale Hospital. Commuters here were still in shock after this incident.
There was a crime scene at the next stop. And I said, okay. So I walked up here and got here, and I just can't believe it's actually right next to me.
Yeah, this happens often. I don't feel safe, though. I'm trying to actually get out of here.
As we bring you back live again behind me, the investigation is ongoing. This incident happening just after 3 p.m. And as Rana mentioned, there's still many details to sort out in terms of what really went down here. The NYPD is expected to hold a press briefing at Brookdale Hospital, where that officer is recovering anytime soon. Reporting live from Brownsville, Gabby Acevedo, News 4, New York.
And we will bring you the details from that press conference as we learn them. Gabby, thank you so much. We want to turn now to that incident in West Palm Beach, Florida, where Donald Trump is safe. And authorities say someone is in custody after shots were fired at Trump's golf course while the former president was playing. Chief investigative reporter Jonathan Dienst joins us now with the latest. And Jonathan, we know details are still coming in, but you're hearing from sources that a gun was recovered. What else can you tell us?
That's right. The FBI says this does appear to have been a plot to try to assassinate former President Trump. Lone actor, but all of this is still preliminary information as the investigation very much underway by the FBI, Secret Service, and Florida police. It was before 2 p.m. this afternoon. Donald Trump was on the golf course at Trump International in West Palm. A Secret Service advance team noticed a man in the tree line quite a distance ahead from where the president was playing. They noticed he had an assault-style rifle. Secret Service agents opened fire. It is still unclear if the man got any shots off at the Secret Service agents. The president was rushed to safety. Secret Service and police pursued the man along I-95, and he is now in custody. No identification as of now of that man, but an assault weapon, a GoPro camera, and ammunition recovered. Donald Trump sent out a social media post this afternoon saying, "There were gunshots in my vicinity, but before rumors start spiraling out of control, I wanted you to hear this first. I am safe and well." Law enforcement held a briefing on the incident a short time ago.
Prosecutors are currently working up warrants and a motion for pretrial detention for the suspect. In that way, he will be kept in custody. But our filing of these warrants and charges at the state level does not preclude federal charges that could be coming. But in the meantime, it looks like the warrants and the pretrial detention motion will happen first.
This would be the second assassination attempt on Trump, the first coming back in July in Butler, Pennsylvania. Trump was hit in the right ear when gunman Thomas Matthew Crooks opened fire with a rifle from a nearby rooftop while Trump was speaking at a rally. Crooks, the gunman, was later killed by a Secret Service sniper. That incident considered a major security failure by the Secret Service. In this case, a Secret Service agent walking a hole ahead of the president saw the suspect, and the Secret Service opened fire on him. The suspect fled to I-95, where a bystander got a picture of his car and license plate, and that's how police were able to catch up with the suspect a short time later. He is now in custody. President Trump is safe and back at Mar-a-Lago, we are told. Democrat Kamala Harris issued a statement saying, "I am glad he is safe. Violence has no place in America." South Carolina Republican Lindsey Graham says he spoke with former President Trump and that Trump is in good spirits. The investigation into the suspect, where he got the weapon, and why he allegedly tried to plot to target former President Trump, all under investigation. Again, former President Trump rushed to safety this afternoon after the Secret Service opened fire on a gunman hiding in a tree line at the West Palm Beach golf course where Trump was playing. The suspect fled in a car but was later captured. Trump says he is safe. Back to you.
Okay, Jonathan, thank you for the latest there. We want to get back to that breaking news in Brooklyn where police are giving an update on the shooting inside a subway station. Let's listen.
The MTA, General Lieber, as well as the police commissioner and the chief of department and our entire team will give you an account of what took place on the transit system. So I'm going to turn it over to General.
Thank you, Mayor. Many times there's violence, especially shots fired on a train. It breaks New Yorkers' hearts because we know this is a special place. This is the way that New Yorkers get around to live their lives, and we must make it safe. And a day like today really is puts a hole in New York's heart. I'm especially concerned about bystanders, people who are just trying to get where they're going, being the victims of harm in this situation. But let's not forget why this started. It started because somebody wanted to come to the transit system with a weapon, somebody who, as the mayor said, had a history of crime and a history of violence and even gun charges, I'm told. So we bless the officers and the mayor and the police and the NYPD, who every day puts people out there to make sure that people who get on the transit system do not have to encounter people with weapons. In this case, that's what those officers were doing. They were trying to prevent somebody who had a weapon from getting on the train, and terrible things occurred because he resisted, apparently. So I just want to say that it's important for us at this moment to remember that the work of the NYPD, under the mayor's leadership, with the support from the governor, the reason that we have cameras inside this train is because the governor decided she wanted to make that a priority. And we have cameras on the platform, cameras in the mezzanine, so there will be no question of what took place. And even at these terrible moments, I have to remind New Yorkers that because of the work that we've all been doing under this team's leadership, crime is down in the subway. Down versus 2023, and it's down 10% versus pre-pandemic. So we will, with this great teamwork, we will continue to fight back to make sure that New Yorkers can use the transit system and feel safe as they should. This is a sacred place, and no one should fear violence. I just want to put a word out to say that there is a new police commissioner who I've known for many years and I'm excited to work with, but the team that has been pushing back against transit crime remains intact. And Mayor, thank you for your leadership.
Thank you. Thank you. Commissioner?
Okay, thank you, sir. Our Police Commissioner, Thomas Donlan. It's unfortunate that I'm here meeting many of you under these circumstances. But in my 30 years of law enforcement, I've learned that policing is a very, very difficult job. First, I want to thank the doctors and staff at Brookdale Hospital. We are grateful for them and the great work that they do. I also want to thank the men and women of the New York City Police Department who put their lives on the line every day, 24/7. As I said, this is a dangerous job, and today was another reminder of that. A few moments ago, I spoke with Officer May's family. He's in good spirits, and he's expected to make a full recovery. We will be working through the timeline of today, but make no mistake, the events that occurred on the Sutter Avenue station platform were the results of an armed perpetrator who was confronted by our officers doing the job we asked them to do. There will be a full and thorough investigation conducted into this incident, as we always do in cases like this. But right now, we are grateful that our officer will be okay. Now, our Chief of the Department, Jeff Matthews.
Thank you, Commissioner Donlin. First, I just want to let everyone know that this incident is only a few hours old. The details that I will provide are subject to change, but I did have an opportunity to review body worn camera and other cameras there, and I'm going to give you the facts that I know right now. At about 3:04 p.m., you had two police officers who were assigned to the 73rd Precinct doing duty on the L line, which is an elevated train line at the corner of Van Sinderen and Sutter Avenue in the confines of the 73rd Precinct. These officers they're assigned to the 73rd Precinct, but they were in the trains, which has been a part of our strategy all year to help reduce crime and increase quality of life in the train stations. The two officers are standing there. They observe a male walk in. They observed the male stand by the gate for a few moments. It was a very short time, and then he walks in the gate without paying the fare. The officers immediately follow him. It's 3 flights up to the platform of the elevated train line. The officers are asking him to stop. The male is refusing to stop. At a certain point on the platform, the male, he mutters the words, "I'm going to kill you if you don't stop following me." The officers are able to catch up to him. The male turns around. He confronts the officers. The officers are asking him to take his hands out of his pockets. They become aware that he has a knife in his pocket. They give numerous commands. The male basically challenges the officers, "No, you're going to have to shoot me." As they're standing there, a train, a northbound train, pulls into the station. One of the car doors open. The male jumps onto the car doors. The officers are able to get onto the train with him, and they're again giving commands for him to put his hands down and to come with them. One officer deploys his taser. The taser was ineffective. The second officer deploys his taser. The taser's ineffective. The male jumps back off of the train onto the platform, and at one point he's advancing on one of the officers with his knife. The officer stands back, he draws his weapon, and then both officers at this point fire. They fire multiple rounds, and the male goes down. They're able to handcuff him and to subdue him. While they're subduing him, one of the officers realized that he's hit as well. The officer who was hit didn't stop. He continued to do his duty. He helped his partner, put the man in handcuffs. They searched him, and when they saw where the man was wounded, they started performing life-saving measures by applying pressure to his wound, while this officer is also bleeding from his chest area. While they're working on the male, they become aware that other people are hit by gunfire as well. Additional officers arrive to the scene. They're able to give aid to the police officer who was hit. They're able to give aid to the male who was hit, and then they're able to give aid to 2 more civilians, another male and another female, who were both struck by gunfire. Everyone was removed to the hospital. Our 2 officers are here at Brookdale. The 3 other people were removed to other local area hospitals where they're being treated for their wounds and their injuries. This incident will be investigated further by our detective squad and our Force Investigation Division. All right. As I said, we thank the hospital for all their great work, and the men and women of this police department were doing what we asked them to do, to go out there and make our trains safer. And unfortunately, they ran into somebody who has a significant arrest history, someone who has a history of mental illness, and he decided that he was not going to go nicely with the officers, and officers were put in a very difficult situation to save themselves. At this time, I'll turn it over to our PBA president, who will give a few remarks.
Okay, you are hearing from Chief of Department Madry updating a shooting that happened at a Brooklyn subway station this afternoon, saying that officers shot at a man who initially, they say, jumped the turnstile and then threatened them with a knife. Those officers shot that man, injured him, shot 2 other bystanders who are recovering in a hospital, and also shot one of those officers, hit with friendly fire. That officer said to be in the hospital recovering, expected to make a full recovery. We're going to stay on top of this story and bring you any more updates as we learn them. For now, we'll be right back.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $39.99 a month. Call 1-866-536-9967.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too. Call now.
Get more for less with Nissan's epic offering of 6 2024 models starting under $30K. Like the award-winning Sentra, the best-selling Rogue, and the all-electric Leaf. All with available Safety Shield 360. Visit your local Nissan dealer to check out the affordable lineup of Nissan vehicles today.
Now get a low $269 per month lease for 36 months on the 2024 Nissan Rogue.
After Biden and Harris opened the border, they rolled out the red carpet, shipping dangerous migrants to hotels in the Hudson Valley, costing taxpayers billions for free housing, meals, health care, even cash cards. That was fine with Mondaire Jones. He wants to go even further, giving illegal immigrants amnesty and the right to vote. Mike Lawler fought back, leading the fight to close migrant hotels, protect taxpayers, and strengthen the border.
I'm Mike Lawler, and I approve this message.
We want to get to another big story tonight. We are following new developments in the ongoing turmoil at City Hall. Late last night, the mayor's chief lawyer suddenly resigned, Lisa Zornberg stepping down as federal investigations into the Adams administration expand. Our Ida Siegel live in the newsroom with how this latest shakeup is playing out in the city. Ida.
Rana, Lisa Zornberg might not be a name many people are familiar with, but she has been advising the mayor on all of the investigations into his administration. That said, she does not appear to be the subject of any federal probes. She did not have her phone seized, and leaving City Hall was her choice, according to the mayor. Still, it's the timing of her sudden resignation that has people paying attention.
Lisa Zornberg was Mayor Eric Adams' chief counsel, one of his primary advisors as he has navigated the growing investigation surrounding his administration. Late last night, she sent this resignation letter to the mayor, saying simply, "It has been a great honor to serve the city. I am tendering my resignation effective today, as I have concluded that I can no longer effectively serve in my position." Mayor Adams at the African American Day Parade in Harlem today.
She has been amazing for me over a year.
The Adams administration has been under fire the last 2 weeks, with the cell phones of high-level city officials being seized by federal investigators and the resignation of Police Commissioner Edward Caban.
I'm not at liberty to talk about the communications that we have with the U.S. Attorney's Office.
Last Tuesday, Lisa Zornberg spoke to reporters during a Zoom news conference.
We've always cooperated with investigations. We continue to do that here.
Her sudden resignation taking many by surprise. Zornberg is a former federal prosecutor, not a criminal defense attorney. She has not given concrete reasoning for her decision to leave City Hall, but Mayor Adams said today it has nothing to do with the multiple criminal investigations targeting his administration.
I don't share private conversations on what we talk about, but there was nothing involving any new development. She wanted to go on with her next level of her professional life. She wants to do other things with her life, and I respect that.
Meanwhile, Adams now facing a growing number of political opponents entering the race for mayor, including State Senator Zellner Myrie, who appeared to reference the mayor while speaking to a church in Crown Heights this morning.
We are going to be faced with a choice. There are trees that look good. They're tall. They look nice. But the fruit is rotten.
The mayor said today he will announce a new chief counsel in the next few days. Reporting live from the newsroom, Ida Siegel, News 4, New York.
Okay, Ida, thank you so much. We still have more ahead here at 6. Taking a live look in Manhattan tonight. Gorgeous clear skies right now, but the question is, will it stick around? Matt's going to be back with when we could see rain.
Sunday night, the future is now.
Welcome to the future.
Caleb Williams and the Bears.
Off the charts talent. What a rocket.
CJ Stroud and the Texans.
Welcome to the future.
Sunday night football on NBC and Peacock.
I smell $1 million. Are you ready to choose a champion?
It was amazing. You've got a real shot of winning this whole competition.
The AGT finale event begins Tuesday on NBC and Peacock.
Hey, Lexus, show alternate routes.
The future. Sometimes it's a work in progress. Other times it's pretty well thought out. The tech-forward and tech-ready Lexus NX.
Get special offers on select Lexus NX models.
Decades of corruption and dishonesty. A scandal in Trenton. Another in Washington.
Senator Bob Menendez has been found guilty on all counts.
Both parties facing justice. Leading the fight, Congressman Tom Kean Jr. Kean backed a bipartisan ban on congressional stock trading and authored a bill to end investments in foreign adversaries.
I'm Tom Kean Jr., and I approve this message because you deserve a congressman that you can trust.
Touch the sky, on fire, burning brighter, do it so exceptionally. Shout it louder, let them hear ya. I got to be me, I got to be free.
The perfect blend of design and performance. The Genesis G70 and new G80. Lease a Genesis G70 for $349 per month. Exclusively at your tri-state Genesis retailers.
Welcome back. It was a beautiful summer day today, but we've got big changes coming, and they're going to be brought by this system here, what could soon become a tropical storm. This just off the coast of South Carolina, called potential tropical cyclone A, but soon could be tropical storm Helene. There's already tropical storm warnings for coastal North Carolina and South Carolina, but here's why you need to care about it. It is going to move inland over coming days and bring all that tropical moisture into the northeast, and that means we could see some pretty heavy rain as early as Tuesday night, but more likely into the day on Wednesday, with showers lingering Thursday and maybe even Friday as well. You can see those rain chances really ramp up middle of the week and still linger towards the end of things. There are some flood concerns here on Tuesday. It's mainly south of the city, but that expands north on Wednesday, with most of us looking at the potential for heavy rain and flooding. Again, this is Wednesday from what soon could become Tropical Storm Helene. Now, for the moment, we've still got beautiful weather. Nice, bright blue skies, 74 degrees, a gorgeous night to be out and about. And we'll actually cool down a little bit as we head into the morning tomorrow. Days are getting cooler after 83 yesterday. 80 today. Tomorrow will be a touch cooler, 80, not quite 80, 78 for our high, with plenty of sunshine. We'll see some more clouds come in on Tuesday. Both Monday and Tuesday come with a high risk of rip currents. Some of these brought on by that tropical system, what could soon be a tropical system, headed our way. You can see the wet weather there Wednesday, Thursday, probably into Friday morning as well, but we do dry out as we roll into next weekend. The final day of summer on Saturday looks good, and then autumn begins a week from today, the autumnal equinox at 8:34 next Sunday morning. We're going to take a quick break, but Bruce is coming up with a look at sports.
Chief investigative reporter Jonathan Dienst broke the news.
The News 4i team, first with the NYPD commissioner's resignation.
The city's top cop.
His appointment was historic.
And the News 4i team exposes a bombshell development you won't see anywhere else.
A Brooklyn bar owner says he was told that his problems with the NYPD would go away if he paid the police commissioner's brother.
He says he was introduced to a mayoral staffer.
New York's biggest and most experienced I-team, uncovering stories and getting results that no one else can. That's the News 4i team. Closed captioning provided by Toyota. Let's go places.
Dear road rivals, no truck on the road drives value like the Tundra. Day after day, mile after mile, It all adds up to big savings under the hood. What's under yours? Toyota Tundra.
Right now, lease a new Tundra for just $479 a month or get 1.99% APR for a full 48 months. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
I'm really done with Tom Kean Jr.
Kean is your typical say anything, do nothing politician.
I gave the guy a chance.
Jr. is nothing like his dad. He has a secret anti-abortion agenda, and I don't like that.
I like what I see in Sue Altman.
Sue has taken on corruption in both parties, saving us taxpayers money.
And I trust that she will make New Jersey a safer and more affordable place to live.
This year, I'm voting Sue Altman for Congress.
I'm Sue Altman, and I approve this message.
Hi. Deprioritized. But it's a work call. Oh, a work call? Deprioritized.
T-Mobile home internet relies on cell phone towers, so when their network gets busy,
not the fridge, come on.
You can be deprioritized.
It's too bad, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Forget T-Mobile cell phone internet. Get home internet that puts you first. Get Spectrum.
The Spectrum Sports Desk is brought to you by Spectrum, with fast and reliable internet for $39.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and one unlimited mobile line, both free for 12 months.
After a disappointing start to the season, the Jets look to break into the win column today against the Titans in Nashville. Gang Green was dominated for much of the first half, but trailed just 7-0 late in the second quarter when Aaron Rodgers hits Braylon Allen out of the backfield to get the Jets on the board. They trailed at 10-7 at halftime. They opened the second half with a 70-yard touchdown drive, capped by Breece Hall's terrific catch in the end zone. 14-10 Jets. Wow, he's talented. It was tied at 17 late in the fourth when Allen, the 20-year-old rookie, rips off a 20-yard touchdown gallop to give the Jets a 7-point lead. The Titans drove the length of the field, but on 4th and goal, Tyler Boyd can't hang on. Gang Green escapes 24-17. The Jets are 1-1.
Good to get a win. These are kind of the games you look back on late in the season and you're thankful that you won these, because if we want to be a great team, we got to win in these type of environments against teams like that.
Nobody really cares how you get to Sunday. They don't care about what time you got in on Tuesday. They don't care about what boo-boo you have. They just care about what you do on Sunday and whether or not you win the game.
Now to the Giants, who lost their kicker on the first play of the game against the Commanders. It was an uphill battle throughout. Still, rookie Malik Neighbors had a huge game. He caught 10 passes for 127 yards, including this 4-yard touchdown pass from Daniel Jones just before halftime that made it 12-9 Giants. Now tied at 18 in the fourth. Big Blue facing a 4th and 4 at the Washington 22, and without a kicker, they go for it, and Neighbors drops an easy first down reception. Oh no, the Commanders take over. The Giants could not stop the run. Here, Brian Robinson Jr. rumbles for 11 of his 133 yards. And then Austin Seibert boots home his 7th field goal of the game to clinch a 21-18 victory for Washington. The Giants fall to 0-2, and the schedule only gets tougher. Now to baseball, the Yankees wrapping up their series with the Red Sox in the Bronx, leading 2-0 in the third. The captain comes through for the second day in a row. Aaron Judge crushing a 2-run shot that traveled 445 feet, his 53rd round tripper of the year. The first-place Yankees win at 5-2. The Orioles lost, so the Bombers have a 3-game lead with 12 games to play. Down in Philly, Francisco Lindor tried to play through a sore back, but was removed from the game in the second inning. It was tied at 1 in the bottom of the 9th when JT Realmuto goes to right center as he splits the outfielders to walk it off. The Phils take 2 out of 3, 2-1 the final. Tonight on Sports Final, Dan Grossa joins me to talk about the Jets' first win, and Madeline Burt visits the studio to discuss the Giants' second loss. See you after Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, not looking good for the Giants.
No, it's early, but it's not going well.
And as you said, their schedule only gets tougher.
Yes.
All right, we'll see you tonight.
Okay.
Bruce, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tonight after the game. Nightly News is coming up next. Have a great night.